Hey, everybody's Tattooed Wrestling Fan. I just want to talk about WrestleMania 31 and how good of a show it was. The very few people that I've seen who said it was bad were a lot younger than 15, 16-year-olds, which they're unhappy with everything, so that doesn't count. But everybody else has been unanimously, outside of those few, saying that this is one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time, and it was. I thoroughly agree. It was phenomenal. Every match, top to bottom. You had surprises like DX versus NWO. You had Ronda Rousey. You had, Seth Rollins coming out and winning the title. You had The Undertaker, and I'm glad he won. Bray Wyatt did not need to win. It was an absolute phenomenal show. Even what is it called? Doggone it. Before WrestleMania, those two matches, the tag matches was really good. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I am beyond elated that the Big Show won. And the Mizdow and the Miz and all that stuff, I'm so glad that happened. I'm so glad that it happened. Now we can get over it and be over and done with it. But I'm so glad that the Big Show won this. This is fitting. It had to happen. So I'm glad he won. Let's see. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. The Randy Orton, the RKO that was delivered, amazing. You cannot get a better RKO than that. Perfect. It proves that Randy Orton, Seth Rollins is young, he's in great shape, he's talented, he is uber talented, and he's only going to get better. Randy Orton is at the absolute peak of his career, and it's a long road before it starts going downhill again, okay? Randy Orton proved that he is one of the best of all time, okay? Randy Orton, that was absolutely amazing. It was a beautiful match. My hat's off to both of them. Sting still has it. I was terrified that the crowd was going to boo Sting for the simple fact of it's kind of a WCW, like they did with Scott Steiner against Triple H back at the Royal Rumble in 2003, I think it was. I was terrified that they were going to boo Sting, but they didn't. They cheered Sting and they bowed to him and everything. Sting is amazing. Still, at 55 years old, Sting is amazing. The fact that we had a DX versus NWO thing going on there, it was awesome. Seeing Sting come out brought tears to my eyes. Seeing Sting come out for that match brought tears to my eyes. I've always been a huge Sting fan. I'm so happy that this match happened. I'm very much looking forward to Sting continuing in the WWE at least for another year, hopefully. But he might be on a part-time thing like Brock and Undertaker and stuff like that, and I respect that. He's 55 years old. He still looked like he was in great shape, and he still looked like he was on point with all of his moves and everything. So, Sting, you get a thumbs up from me. Triple H, you get a thumbs up from me. AJ Lee and Paige versus the Bellas, that was sort of a match to calm everybody down, but it was still a pretty good match, wasn't it? It was a great match. I think the Divas today are doing a lot better than they were 3 years ago. So, and it's a lot more important now. Rusev versus John Cena. I kind of saw that coming. Now, I'm glad Lana was out there. I don't know what the deal is. They're obviously going to turn her into a good guy now, into a face, because the crowd loves her. But I don't know how that's going to be. They should have kept her with Rusev just a little while longer. Just because somebody gets a face cheer right away, don't turn him face. That one should have held out just another few months. Just hold out. See if she can really get over. Triple H on The Rock with Ronda Rousey and Stephanie McMahon, that was great. I don't think Ronda Rousey should have, whatever she did to Triple H, I'm not an MMA fighter, so I have no idea. It looked like a hip toss, but I'm not sure that's exactly what it was. I'm not necessarily sure she should have done that. I understand that Ronda Rousey's tough. I understand that she could beat 90% of the men, myself included. But I do not think that she should have done that to Triple H. Unfortunately, that's the only thing I disagreed with, in that entire segment. I think it was a wonderful segment. I cheered on Ronda Rousey. I think she's awesome. I think The Rock is awesome. I think Triple H is awesome. And Stephanie's awesome. It was great. It was wonderful. It was beautiful. And then we had Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker. Bray Wyatt didn't need to win that match. The Undertaker needed to win that match. The fans needed Undertaker to win that match, and he did. And Bray Wyatt is still, in my opinion, he's gonna carry on that torch that the Undertaker lit and carried for so many years. I think that Bray Wyatt is definitely on his way to be something amazing and something great. Just like, in my opinion, his dad IRS was, and Mike Rotundo. And then we had Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Nothing about this match was bad, okay? it really showed the fact that Roman Reigns is a big bad Samoan and he can take a beating. I mean, Brock Lesnar bled, like legitimately bled at first. And then the hit to the pole, that was brutal. I mean, did you see the blood pouring out of Brock Lesnar? We don't see that very often in WWE anymore. So that was awesome. And then Seth Rollins coming out and ruining the damn match. I'm not saying that it was a bad decision. I'm saying, of course, you know, being the heel, the bad guy that he is, Seth Rollins comes down and ruins the match. It leads to many other things. I assume that there's going to be a handshake tomorrow, on Raw between, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. However, I don't know what to make of, or not Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I'm not sure what this is going to lead to as far as Seth Rollins. Randy Orton beat him. Are we headed for a four-way, match here? Are we headed for Extreme Rules? Is it going to be like a four-way between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Randy Orton? Is that what we're heading towards? I'm not sure. The crowd was pretty much taking the wind out of their sails for the simple fact of the match was so good. Brock Lesnar, anything he does is golden. And I hope Roman Reigns won over a lot of people with this match. Just like he should have at the Daniel Bryan match with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a good wrestler. He's talented. He's a big Samoan. The only reason people don't like him is because he took Daniel Bryan's spot. Well, guess what? Daniel Bryan is going to bring legitimacy to that Intercontinental title. Okay? He is going to bring absolute legitimacy to that Intercontinental title, and we should all be so happy because the Intercontinental title matches that are going to happen now are going to be absolutely phenomenal. They're going to be the show stealers. And then you just give Roman Reigns a chance. That's all I'm saying. Give Roman Reigns a chance. Other than that, if I had to rate this entire WWE WrestleMania 31 pay-per-view out of 10 stars, I am going to give it a legitimate 9.8 stars. The only 0.2 that I'm not giving is because Ronda Rousey hip-tossed Triple H, and I don't think that should have happened. Other than that, that's it. It was a great pay-per-view. This was easily a top 3, maybe even a top 2 WrestleMania of all time. So I appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit subscribe if you want more wrestling talk. If you want to talk about it, let me know in the comment section. We'll talk about it tomorrow, whatever. So I look forward to Raw on Monday. I hope you do too. So thank you for watching. Please hit subscribe.